What's going on, people? Data Black here. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I appreciate it. I want to talk about Tiffany Haddish again. Okay. Apparently, she gave an interview to Us magazine, right? And she's discussing that Tracy Morgan refused to hook her up with his son. Yes, she's trying to date her co-star, Tracy Morgan's son. Now, I want y'all to understand that Tiffany Haddish is a microcosm of women today. Women who are successful, but women who have a hard time choosing a mate. And now she's just looking for anybody. Now, I'm not sure which one of Tracy Morgan's sons that she was trying to hook up with, because she said, and I'm going to read to it, she said basically she was trying to hook up with one of his sons because he's in her age range. And Tracy was like, nah. Okay. Actually, let me read to you what he said. Well, this is according to US magazine, right? It says, Tracy has never tried to set me up with nothing. I even asked Tracy to hook me up with his son, who is in my age range. Haddish, who's 39, told US Weekly earlier this month at the Secret Life of Pets premiere. And Tracy like, nope, not my baby. You can't see my son. Not gonna have that. Nope, you're not gonna be my daughter. So maybe Tracy, now either he's being joking towards it, and maybe he's being serious. I think he's being serious. He sees Tiffany Haddish as his colleague. They are co-stars on the show together, and she's 39. His sons are younger than her. One is in his late 20s and the other two are in their early 30s, and he probably feels like they can do better than Tiffany Haddish. And this is where it's gotten to with Tiffany. Okay, she's trying to get Tracy Morgan to hook her up with his sons, but there's a little bit more. And it's not just his sons. Haddish explained that Morgan, who's 50, isn't into playing matchmaker for her regardless of who the person is. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do it. She quipped to US Weekly. I promise you, he's not going to do it. Let's see. Also, she said, all I'm dating is my toys from Groupon right now. There are like 17 of them, she joked to Us Weekly in May about her super single status. Now, one of the reasons why she's single, of course, is she's looking for Mr. Perfect. And there's a lot of women just like Tiffany who are successful who is looking for Mr. Perfect. Let me end this about Tracy. Tracy, again, he wants his sons out of the spotlight. He doesn't want his sons in the industry like that. I don't think they want to be in the industry like that. And maybe, once again, he doesn't want his sons dating Tiffany Haddish. Maybe he's heard some things, knows some things, and he's like, nah, we cool, we could work together, but nah, And the thing about Tiffany is that she finds herself in these embarrassing situations. Like, there's one situation, I actually recorded a video on it, but I can't find it in my files. But if I do find it, I'll probably end up putting it maybe on Patreon. But she did an interview with a panel full of women, right? I can't think of the show it was. It's a show. It's like The Real or The Talk, and she discussed how she recorded producers saying bad things about her. As a matter of fact, what she would do is she would go to casting auditions, and she would leave her personal room, and she would have a recording device in there, and she would leave the room, and I guess they would speak about her, and then I guess they'll call her back into the room, and what she would do is she would go and listen to the recordings. Now, I didn't like that. I didn't, honestly. You don't want people talking bad about you. I understand that, but people gonna talk bad about you regardless. And the fact that she admitted to recording producers in Hollywood, that's troubling on a lot of levels. Now there were a lot of people, and I think her fans, who agreed with her doing that, because they're sheep. They will follow these people no matter what. But to openly admit that you're recording these producers, I guess because she doesn't have to audition anymore, so she feels that space to where she can just say this stuff and do the things she's doing, like embarrassing herself by trying to hook up with one of Tracy Morgan's sons. Also, this Tracy, If she likes him enough, she's still gonna go behind your back and try to talk to him, you know. And none of your sons gonna tell you, okay? But just this saying that out loud, and the women on the panel, you know, they kind of made a joke out of it, but I can tell some of them felt a little uncomfortable by that, because you can't be going around doing that, because that just shows people that you're untrustworthy. It shows people that you have another layer of you and they need to watch out for. And the fact that she's to this point to where she has to ask her co-stars to help her in her relationship matters says all you need to know about Tiffany Haddish. It's also the same woman who showed up, I believe it was the Met Gala, right, with a bag full of fried chicken, and she's giving it away. She, you know, eating it, just being very clownish and cooning. And people give this a pass because they want to see her be successful. There's nothing wrong with her being able to find success, but you're basically becoming a meme. You're becoming a stereotype. And more of you sisters need to speak out about this. Now, there were sisters who spoke about her, you know, eating the fried chicken at the, you know, red carpet. I did see that. But she ain't the only one who does clownish shit. There are others who do it, but she does it to an extreme degree. It's almost like that physical comedy. You know, Kevin Hart finds himself where he has to do a little bit more to get a laugh. And, you know, that makes people believe that you're not funny. You know, at times I find Kevin Hart to be funny. I think he's more funny when he's being serious, but, you know. And that's crazy, right? Now, if anything, Tracy could give Tiffany Haddish some advice, you know, because there's a lot of women who are in Tiffany Haddish's shoes as far as being a woman of success and having your own money and access to men across the world, but you're still single. You have to ask yourself why. I think it's because men, for the most part, if they know they're attractive, they're not going to pursue you. They don't care whether you got money. They don't care whether you have social status. That's the difference between women. Women who are attractive will chase a man who has money and resources. Like, you got women right here on YouTube and social media that will teach women to chase men with money and resources. Even if they're attractive, even if they're considered a top 9, 10. And what Tiffany Haddish is finding out, that even if a man doesn't have as much as her, he's still not gonna pursue her. He may pursue her just to sleep with her, but he's not going to pursue her for a relationship like that. You know, a man who knows that he can get attention from women regardless of whatever social background they're in, he's not going to chase women. So Tiffany Haddish is searching for the perfect man, I guess, who has just as much as her, if not more. But I don't see that happening. I mean, men, look at the men that these guys in the entertainment industry, even businessmen. You know, look at, businessmen who are outside of the entertainment industry. Look at the women they're dating. They're not dating voiced, women who are, masculine, women who aren't very feminine. They're dating feminine women, okay? They're dating women who they've probably pursued, or women who may have pursued them in a way, but those women fit into that relationship, but Tiffany Haddish, because she is a comedian, right? She's a comedian actress. She has to go out there and no, she doesn't have to, but she goes out there just to get the extra laugh, to go viral. She says and does things almost as if she wants to go viral, but you're going viral for the wrong reasons. You're admitting to recording people. You're admitting to asking your co-star about hooking you up with his son. Like, really? Now, I understand his son's an adult, but why would you go to Tracy? Tracy might not even, he might not even that cool with you. And he's probably thinking in his head, you a 39-year-old woman. Why are you wanting to date my son? Why you want to date him? And I know that was in his mind when she's asking him. And I can understand Tracy being like, nah. Because I definitely would not want my female coworker, asking about one of my young ones. I just, even if they're adults, like, first of all, why are you coming to me asking me? Like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, what? It's almost like you as an adult woman, you should be able to approach men if you like them. If you like somebody, approach them. I've told women this. The reason why you find yourself with 17 vibrators is because you don't want to approach anybody. You're a bit antisocial. You don't know how to socialize with men. Not saying that you have to go up to every man you see that you're attracted to, but you have to show social skills. Do you know how comforting it is, calming it is? I won't say comforting, but calming it is to be out and about, and you ask a woman a question and she's very conversational. She can converse with you. Do you know how calming that is? That you're not sitting there trying to do all the talking for her, even though you may be asking her a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at the grocery store maybe a week ago, and I saw they did a lot of changes in there. Changed around a lot of different things. I asked the lady who I was going to talk to about the changes, and she was just very, comfortable speaking about what was going on there. She wasn't, shell shocked. Some of these women get that shell shocked look when you talk to them because they don't get approached. No one talks to them. No one has conversation with them. Their conversations are in text messages most of the day. But just to have a little banter here and there. You see people out and about, you say hey to them. Some people don't even know how to say hello, and they say it's because men get thirsty. I don't see that. I don't see a woman saying hey to a guy and that guy just trying to all of a sudden trying to hit on her. I don't see that going on. I think that's a myth. Now that may go on in cities where there's a lot of walking, like, you got big cities where a lot of people are walking, so they're seeing different people on, when they're out and about every day. That's different. But for the most part, I think it's a myth when you have women saying that men are being thirsty just after they say hi to them or they smile to them. But that's just the world we live in now. Everybody's more addicted to speaking to each other through their cell phones on social media than they actually do interacting. I think that's what you're seeing, with Tiffany Haddish, because she definitely needs some type of either dating coaching or dating therapy.